All right, good morning, everybody. You're listening to Northeast Radio SD, Watertown, South Dakota. Thought we'd try something a little bit different this morning. That first song was kind of something Doreen and I picked out. So I think, sort of, kind of. I said, hey, what do you think of this? And she was like, yep, that sounds good. I like that. So I got this here, and we'll just have a little bit of background. No big deal. So good morning to everybody. It's Monday, May 4th. Yeah, May the 4th be with you. So if you haven't heard it already, there's your nerd alert. So everybody's up to speed now on what day it is. If you're a Star Wars fan, then you're going to have some people, Star Wars fans will be posting about May the 4th be with you. Like, may the force be with you, right? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? So, anyways, morning to you. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It was an eventful weekend, as always, for me here and around the Watertown area. Yesterday, went to the Watertown Figure Skate Club's ice show, and that was pretty awesome. So, brought my daughter Gianna and granddaughter Nanner with, and they had that was pretty awesome. I'm not sure. I don't go to a lot of ice shows and stuff like that, but to have something like that in Watertown, I thought was pretty cool. So it was the Sunday show, so it was the third one. So it wasn't completely sold out. I think there's a few seats left. So people got to check that stuff out and get into it a little bit. I think they'll really enjoy the stuff we got going on. So welcome you to Northeast Radio SD and what we've called the Morning Scroll. We take a look at what's going on around town and catch up on the weekend and all those fun things. Kind of let you know what's going on for the day, what we've got going on for the week, all those kinds of things. So we've got today, May 4th. We're going to have a couple newscasts for you, 7:30, 8:30, somewhere in that time frame. We'll have a monthly Beacon Center. We'll have them in this morning. That should be, I clicked the wrong button. So that's going to be right around that 10:30 time frame. So we'll have them in here. They've got the Walk a Mile coming up real soon and stuff like that. So make sure that you're taking a look at those things. We'll have an interview later on this early evening, I guess I'd say. I should be hooking up with Dusty Johnson, U.S. Congressman Dusty Johnson, and talk about a few things that he's working on there, and that'll be a news report. Then we've got a city council meeting that's going to start at 5:30. There's a few things going on there that we've already kind of done a couple stories out of it. They're going to have it as part of the consent agenda, which normally is just kind of all into one lumped vote. They consider them kind of regular routine items, if you will. And so they've got that, the old filtration building out there at Lake Kempesca, and then was turned into like a phosphorus filtration system thingy. Now that's going to be they're going to surplus that thing, and I'm thinking selling it or something there. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know if we'll get more information. Otherwise, we'll ask for more information when we have our Tuesday with the city. We'll have our Q&A with city folk. It could be some of the people that are involved in the meeting tomorrow. It could be the mayor, city manager, things like that. And then if we have any questions, we can bring those questions to the table and they help us out. So if you, I would say if you have a question or something like that you'd like us to kind of address with the city, since we don't really have the people's pulse anymore and we don't necessarily have the ability, we can bring people in and we can do, these one-off interviews here and there, no problem. The city is accessible to us, but this would be a platform where we can bring questions to the table. So I guess if you've got something you wanna ask or talk about, that's one way we can help get that out there for you. Otherwise, we'll have to turn our platform into the community voice here. So, anyways, thinking about some of the news and stuff that we've got going on. You got also coming from the council meeting is a demo to build incentive. This will be something that they'll for sure talk about and vote on. This is going to be about a resolution for creating a special disposal incentive program. So that might be interesting for redevelopment and folks that are into contracting, things of that nature. Something out there for you. Also talk a little quick recap on the Yankton sweep in Watertown Saturday. A false report arrest in White, South Dakota. Fabricated a report of being shot. The Lake Compesca filtration plant surplus. An injury crash near Bryant. We'll talk a little LATC dental radiography lab. That one always gets me a little bit. GLE, Glacial Lakes Energy, awards $371,000 to fire department. So that was cool to be a part of. We got that video out. We recorded that and spliced it together with our with my awesome editing skills. Anyway, so we've got that out there for you if you want to check that out and see. There was 34 fire departments, I believe, that received some sort of a grant or another. So anyways, we are also live online on all of our social media platforms too, so people can check out everything, whether you're on Twitch or TikTok or Facebook, Instagram. You can just search Northeast Radio SD or just go to our website, because everything that you need for information and so on is right on there, actually. So we keep it pretty easy for you. And you can tell your friends. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to tell your friends to download the app. You can even send them a link if you'd like to. That would be neat. So there's some of the headlines that we've got coming up for you. We'll have a little bit of the That's a Fact Jack that's going to come up too. And we'll dig up a nice little Watertown, South Dakota, or at least the area fact for you. Let's see. We've got for calendar events for the rest of the week. It's nothing too wild, but we like to stay busy around here. So you're going to see tomorrow we'll have an interview with Angelica Youthy with Visit Watertown, as well as Carmen from the Tourism Coalition. So that's going to be pretty cool to have. Special guests in studio. Then we'll have the Watertown Area Chamber of Commerce. So you never know who we're going to have there. We might have the president himself. We might have a couple of the hard working ladies around there. There'll be a county commissioner meeting, that city Q&A. So if you got anything there, just shoot us a message, or you can send an email. And then we got a few more interviews throughout the rest of the week there as well. So keep those rocking and rolling. A few shout outs for the people out there. The Watertown Post 17 baseball, one of their 11U travel teams got first place in an early bird tournament in Mitchell yesterday. So congrats to those guys. Also, it looks like this week is Cottington County. They're reminding folks that it's the National Correction Officers Week. So that's neat. If you see one of those folks around, hopefully on the outside, you can say, hey, thank you for what you do. Also, there's some published authors in Henry. Believe this, some children published authors. The fifth graders created a wonderful book titled My Favorite Holiday, and each student shared about their favorite holiday and the special ways they celebrate. The preschool class wrote an adorable book titled If Hopper Came to School Again, filled with all the fun adventures as they would have with him. Hopper even made a surprise visit to deliver their book, and both classrooms worked incredibly hard on their writing, and it truly shows. We couldn't be more proud of their creativity and accomplishments. So we'll share that from Henry online right now. Let's get that out there for you. That's pretty cool. I like seeing those things with keeping the kids creative. Ooh, town players. I got to give a shout out to the town players. They're gonna have their production May 6th through the 9th and the 10th at 2 p.m. The 6th through the 9th it's at 7 p.m. And gosh, generally when we are doing things, when we're live streaming, folks, we have the microphone working, everything's going good. But every once in a while, I don't know why, but if you hit the M button, that mutes the microphone on the PC. So on your computer, although it's going live through the radio and online and all that, if I don't have a backup recording going, then that M button, that mutes the mic, we're screwed. So needless to say, we had a super awesome interview in here with everybody and even Phoenix, and there was no flipping audio. So sorry about that, folks. And but everybody makes little mistakes here and there, so we'll get them back in here. Anyways, that's going to be, you can go to Town Players on Facebook. You can check it out. Make sure you do. It's pretty cool. Too Many Detectives at the Murder Mansion, May 6th through the 9th at 7 p.m. and May 10th at 2 p.m. And looks like we've had some guests in here before. We had Morgan Groves with her car, race car, right? Talking about racing. And so Casino Speedway, they posted a few photos last night. So that looks awesome. So, and can't forget that also the Watertown High School is sharing that it's also a Happy Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week. I mean, there's so many of those days and weeks going on. So also, we've got more stories out too that are in depth online. We've talked to, or I've just heard, just so people are aware, what we read on the internet or stream is a condensed version, if you will, and then the rest of it is posted. So got that posted online at northeastradiosd.com. That way you can read up on all of the in-depth stories and everything there. So far that's kind of what we got going on for the morning scroll. It's been it hasn't been too eventful as far as this morning goes, but we've got more stories to get out to you as well. We've already got the Northern Plains Art Council reaching out, Northern Prairie Arts, they're reaching out and talking about getting in here this week too. So we'll have more guests stacking up as we continue. We got to get those figure skate girls back in here because that was pretty ridiculous. I want to talk to a few of them about how, man, you really got to sit and think about all the, these young folks, all the things that they do and how, I mean, their minds and their bodies are stretched to the limit. You got to be tired, little kids, young adults. Anyways, so May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. So you'll see that every day I've got a post that's going off, just nothing too crazy, simple about mental health awareness. So, for instance, today 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness each year. You are never alone in this. And then there's more information on there. And to know that, you can reach out like HoddingtonConnects.com. And, if there's a mental health crisis, 988, things like that can help out. So other than that, we've got more weather information on there. You can always go to our website and check out what we've got for weather. You're not going to have too bad of a day today. It's already 47. And so that South Dakota short weather is in full effect. Not only that, but I am seeing the tank tops and the shirts where I don't know if the guys if they grab the sleeve and they just rip that rip that sleeve right off of there, and then so they have their kind of side boob or whatever hanging out and side moob. And anyways, I'm not wearing one of those things, but I've seen a few ripped off already running through the streets. But should be mostly cloudy with a high near 55. Breezy with the northwest wind 6 to 11 miles per hour, increasing to 16 to 21. Tonight, low around 30. Just wild, that South Dakota. But there is a cold front that's coming in, so just be a little preppy for that. It'll be Tuesday, mostly sunny, but just a high near 48, and you'll have wind gusts up to 25. So you know that we love that kind of stuff. It's windy up here. If you don't like it, you got to move. We talk about Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 49. We're all about staying positive around here. Okay, this is where we live. We love it. Partly cloudy with a low around 30. Northwest wind 5 to 9 miles per hour. Thursday, though, we'll get mostly sunny with a high near 58. Friday, high near 64. Saturday, high near 64. And then Sunday, high near 63. So, all right, get some of that in you. That'll feel great. It also kicks off Economic Development Week, too. So we hook up with our, well, we're already hooked up, but we got with our partners, the Watertown Development Corporation, and we have got some posts that'll go off in the morning, too, to talk to you a little bit about economic developments here. And this year marks 100 years of impact in the economic development profession. So a century of shaping communities and building opportunity. The Watertown Development Company is proud to celebrate the progress that continues to move our region forward. So, May 4th through the 8th is Economic Development Week. 100 years of impact, building Watertown's tomorrow. Yeah, you like that, huh? So anyway, scroll on through the rest of Northeast Radio SD's social media. You'll see Watertown Youth Soccer Association and the U15G on their second place finish, okay, at the SDYSA Prairie Cup in Sioux Falls. So that's the U.S. Youth Hockey. All right. Check that out there. Also, we'll try to get some more stories out throughout the day here on previewing the city council meeting. We can talk a little bit more on that if that's something that you want to talk about. You know, this is going to end up evolving into whatever the community wants, needs out of this thing. So we've got a lot of capabilities. We've got a lot of reach. And so ask us questions. We'll find answers, things like that. We'll do this all together. That's what we're looking to figure out. So we got it pulled up and everything. There's a South Dakota 911 communications grant for over $400,000 to replace some 15-year-old Motorola radio consoles. I mean, all sorts of interesting things, you know. So we'll break down more of that stuff as we get through it. But aside from that, maybe we should take a quick break here and get ready for That's a Fact, Jack. So you can get into that and get yourself a nice little morning. So let's see, what should we kick it off here? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. They've just got the foster kids. That's what they got queued up. That must be what they want us to listen to. So, all right. Well, I'm Steve Jurrens. You're listening, watching. You're going to be listening even if you're watching. So you're listening to Northeast Radio SD, Watertown, South Dakota's first and only locally owned and operated one-man show of online radio. So here we are with all of our social medias ready to help out. And we'll check in with you on That's a Fact, Jack here shortly. Otherwise, we appreciate you tuning in. Sticking with us. I'll be here till 1 p.m. Central, and we'll be talking about all sorts of fun stuff here on Northeast Radio SD. Did you know Watertown once had a fully functioning airport before most South Dakota towns even had paved roads? And it was built because of a single barnstormer who kept landing in local fields. In the early 1920s, a traveling stunt pilot named Clarence Speed Holman repeatedly used Watertown's open farmland as an unofficial landing strip during his exhibition tours. His surprise landings drew such big crowds that local business owners pushed the city to establish a permanent airfield. By 1928, Watertown Municipal Airport was officially established, making it one of the earliest organized airports in the state, all thanks to a daredevil pilot who kept dropping in unannounced. So there's today. That's a fact, Jack.
That's the fact,